Uh, well, who's doing the disclaimer? I forget. Is it me?
Yeah, I think it is.
I do too.
I'm glad we agree on something for a change.
What do you mean, for a change?
Life can go on.
I don't know what you mean by for a change, though.
Yeah, we do agree on a lot of things.
I was gonna say. You say that as if we don't agree on anything at all. That's a lie. So. This is a disclaimer. We're gonna swear and spoil things, and that's gonna happen a lot because we're gonna be talking about things that you might not know, and that you might want to know, but not through sources like us, but from the source material itself. And that can spoil things. That's why they're called spoilers. Swearing, on the other hand, well. Dave, would you like to explain what swearing is?
Fuck off.
Okay, thanks, Dave. Now on to our regular... Welcome to the Senpai PP Pyramid podcast. I don't know anymore, to be perfectly honest with you. So, I'm Jordan.
Wow.
Of senpai.co.uk. And joining me today is Davy.
Oh, sorry, is meant to be me?
Is it? Oh no, I was talking
Who am
about...
I again?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, you mean the king of the demons?
Dragons.
Is that...
Also joining me today is Dave. However.
Dragon demons.
There is Dave as well, though. So.
Hi, welcome back to episode 15.
Probably.
Am I right?
I think so.
I normally am. I'm fairly good with keeping up.
Are you sure?
What episode we're on? Normally, it has been 2 weeks.
It has.
So you know. But,
do
hey,
we know though?
That we do. It's got to be 15. I don't ever remember typing 15. So I think we're good.
Okay
so,
then.
Let's just go with that, and if anybody says otherwise, we'll just say, well, technically we missed episode 11 because it died. So you know, we can be whatever number we feel.
I'm pretty sure it was 10 that we missed.
Possibly.
Wow.
Fun fact: Dave isn't always correct.
I know, right?
But yes.
Anyway,
so
another
yes. Episode of me and Jordan talking bullshit.
Specifically bullshit. Nothing more.
Yeah.
Nothing less.
Yeah.
So you can do the weekly update because I don't know why. Sounds like something you'd want to do.
I don't either. Well, see. I had some stuff turn up.
Well.
And I'm fairly certain I didn't mention it in the last one because it was 2 weeks ago. So, but then again, it might have turned up prior to that. So I'm. Do you know what? I can't remember.
Yep.
I'm fairly certain it didn't turn up this week, but I think it turned up like the week before that, like the weekend, the weekend we decided not to record. So technically, it's been 3 weeks, hasn't it? 1, 2, no. Actually, no. It was. I don't fucking know.
It's been 2 weeks.
2 weeks. It's fine. Did I tell you I got my Cood sticker? Do you remember that conversation?
No,
and my Nyan types. I know. No, I remember telling you about my Nyan types because it was the collection throughout the whole year.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm good. Nothing else has arrived since.
What about your card sleeves?
Oh no, those were the ones. Well, the ones I posted up the other day. No, those are ones that have arrived like over the last couple of orders, like 3 months. I just can't bring myself to open them.
Yeah, I have like all of
really
mine.
Nice.
All of the ones I've had,
more.
except for the Hibiki ones, have been open. Still closed, rather. Yep.
I kind of want to like all my cards are in card sleeves at the moment. So why I'm buying more, I'm not sure, but
hey man, if you don't buy them now, they're going to disappear, and one day you'll have enough cards that you'll need more sleeves. Mm-hmm. I mean, you say that as if you have the problem, whereas I have over double the amount that you do. and all of my decks.
So I think
all of my decks are assembled. Like all my extra cards are just. I need to figure out what to do with my extra cards. Really.
I would personally make like switch out sets. So pick like say for example.
Because the issue I have with my decks is most of the spare cards I have are Japanese cards. I rarely play with them. Because it's, like, annoying to have to look up all the things.
This may be a really bad idea, but you could just buy the English ones. Like, and not buy any Japanese ones.
Well, that's pretty much what I'm trying to do now. Fun fact, ordered the SAO extra booster for SAO 2. Turns out it was a Japanese one. Because I searched for English. I searched for English on eBay and it came up with the Army one. I was like, oh cool, they actually have like one left on their eBay page. So I got it. I was like, that's a reasonable price. And then they were like, they were the Japanese ones, and I was like, because I opened them and there wasn't like a promo in them. And I was like, I know for a fact the English ones come with a promo because I was in Lincoln with other Dav who was there and got like 3 packs, like 3 extra boosters. I was like, looked at Japanese, I was like, oh, okay, oh well. Fun fact, if I got these cards in an English one, in theory, I could have sold it for like one of the cards for like 26 quid, which isn't too bad. It goes to 26 on Big Orbit Games. It's Last Shot Xenon. Foil, specifically.
Oh, right. So if I get that in my English booster box, I can sell that?
In theory, yeah. I mean, Big Orbit are just like, that's their page that they're selling it for. If you trade it in with them, you probably get like £10 maybe. Like, the fucking Xenon signed. If you got it signed and you wanted to sell it, they're selling it for £172. If you sell it to them, you get like £82 in credit or something, or 40 in cash. So,
wow.
So that card, OP, probably not OP, but I don't know. That, and I got a card that the dude who was other Dav wanted to get, but it was in Japanese.
That is really good.
Yep, I did get a card out of the regular boosters that I got when I was in Lincoln. That sells on their site for £6. I was like, oh, that's not too bad, because like that means that the value of that pack specifically is equalized at least.
Yeah.
In that one card, because it was like $5.50 per pack, because English prices, right? But yeah. And then because I'm trying not to buy Japanese decks anymore because of the fact I don't play with them much. But if there were a Gurren Lagann deck to come out, which there won't, because there's already, I think it's is it Crusade, the Sunrise one? I'm pretty sure it is. I think it was a Crusader one.
I'll pass. I can't actually access any Army information for stuff at the moment because they're currently doing site maintenance.
Oh, are they? Huh. I'm pretty sure it was Crusader though for Gurren Lagann, but basically they already exist. There probably aren't any translation things for them. They're all out of stock anyway now. But if there were, I'd buy a carton because fuck you.
Yeah.
Not even shitting you. I would buy a carton just fuck. Even though I had to like open them until I get the 2 SPs that would probably be in there, and then sell the rest, I'd still get that fucking carton.
Mm-hmm.
Because shit, I'd love that. There are some series I would like. It's the only reason I have most of the Japanese ones I do is because I wanted Railgun and I wanted Symphogear. At the time, I wanted Nisekoi, and then the English ones were announced. So I have 2 lots of that. I wanted
That's
Log
kind
Horizon.
of why I buy them, because like you can't guarantee that you will get an English back.
Not only that, but it's very unlikely that you will. I'm surprised we got one for Nisekoi.
Yeah, but Nisekoi is actually doing really well. I mean, even in England. I mean,
yeah, I know.
Like,
I know that now,
really
but like at the
stuff
time,
like that, so.
If anything, Angel Beats I can understand. It's like Little Busters, for example. I'm kind of surprised we don't have one of those because I'm sure it does well. I don't think we got the Clan ones, but we got the Angel Beats ones, so okay, because like, well, Devil Survivor. I mean, we got Persona, and then Devil Survivor, right? Pretty sure it's Survivor. Because there's Survivor, there's Summoner, there's Digital Devil Saga, etc., etc. There's a lot of them. So I'm just trying to fucking remember which was which. Because I love the Devil Survivor, like, set, but it's not in English. So I got to Japanese EBs because, and then I got the Lore Busters ones, and then I got a signed Riki, and that's okay. Would have liked Kyosuke. Couldn't.
But you didn't get one.
No. Anyway, it's still your weekly update, so I'll let you actually talk.
Talk?
Yeah.
Well, like I... That's really annoying.
It's a rubber duck.
That's unbelievably annoying.
John sent me a rubber duck signed to me by Little Karibo because he got it signed like 2 years ago.
Wow.
And was meaning to send it to me forever, and he only just did. I'm invading your weekly update with my weekly update.
You are.
Rip.
Nobody cares about your weekly update.
Aww.
But no, like mine's
But I mean, really,
I
it's a fortnightly.
Kinda, like, go through.
Really, it's a fortnightly dash bi-weekly update right now. So.
Yeah, it is. I've been catching up on some of the older shows, all the new ones as well. Well, no, I won't say all the new ones.
I was going to say. So there's
some
shows
I can't watch and stuff like that. I still haven't finished Absolute Duo. I'm kind of like... No, it's one of those shows that I like that much. I'm kind of like watching one episode a week, just so I can keep watching it.
You see, it's funny because you say that, but I thought that's what you were doing because it was being released one episode a week.
Yeah, I know, but like then I sort of got behind on it because there was a few other ones I had to start watching, and because like my time in the evening's kind of limited, I had to sort of like just pick 2 shows, and if I kept watching Absolute Duo, that's like a week. So I was like, well, I really like this one. I know I like it. I've already seen like the first 6 episodes, so I'm just gonna... I'll watch the first episodes of the newer stuff. Otherwise, I won't be anywhere near caught up for, the podcast. At least Absolute Duo has been done and finished, and I can like actually give a proper kind of like review, if you like, at the end of it. Once, and I can be like, hey, yeah, I finished this one. But, to kind of have like a starting point in this season, which is sort of what this podcast was mainly going to be about, I think, is I figured that would probably be a slightly more better idea.
More better, double positive.
More options for content.
I know what you mean. It's just you said more better, and that's not
more better.
It's like what John did. He's all like, "Oh, it's a lot more gooder," and I'm like, that is just in 2 ways wrong.
Jordan, this podcast, it's so much gooder than it was before.
I know, right? So much gooder.
We are good. I kind of like this weekly deal that's up. I like the look of it anyway. Just reminds me. Oh,
okay, yeah, we'll get to that.
I'm not going to say anything about it. But
yeah, I know, but like, you don't know my struggle right now. Yeah.
What's that?
I said you don't know my current struggle with it, but we'll get to that later.
Alright.
So is that your weekly update done then, or?
Yeah, pretty much. Because, I mean, like I said, it was fairly slimming. Yeah. It's more binge shows than
I was gonna say for me
purchases.
Also, really, I can't.
I mean, I did pre-order some more stuff, like in the last couple of weeks, but because I can't get onto Army until 6 a.m. Japan time, I can't even tell you what the fuck I ordered. So, rip me.
Ripping.
Yeah, pretty much. I could check my email, I guess, and have a quick nose, because when you order something, they usually send you a list, don't they, of what your order now consists of. Yeah. So if you give me a second.
Yeah, because
here
like
we go.
okay, you got it already. Okay.
Yeah. Placing the order with Army, da 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 da. See, that doesn't make any sense because I'm fairly certain I added something onto this. Oh yeah, I did. There was a game prize figure that came up for Is It Wrong to Try and Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon?
Yeah.
Of Hestia. Yeah, so I got it.
Yo, you actually got the one on Army because I was like, oh, I see this. This doesn't look too bad. On Army, I was at, so I was like, okay. Then I went down on the thing and was like, oh, Hobby Link Japan has it, and I was like, cool. Placed order, didn't go through. Apparently, placed another order, got an email for the last order. So now I have 2 orders of it, apparently. So HOJ's fine with like order cancelling, but I'm just actually going to keep it because
you can sell it afterwards.
I could as well.
Not for a lot more, but you would definitely like break even.
Oh no, you say that, but you don't know the Hestia hype right now.
Hestia is the best.
No, there is so much. It's just like in the Twin Tail group. It's just all like, oh yeah. I was like, you know what? I'd love to argue about who's going to be the Twin Tail of the season and all that, but let's be fucking honest. There is very low chance it's going to be anyone but Hestia.
Mm-hmm.
Because currently, I think it was like on Tumblr or something, there are 10,000 images, or GIFs specifically, of just Hestia. And then there's the string, and
right.
that's like a meme now, essentially. So,
yeah, the boob string.
Yep.
It's like just turned into a massive thing in Japan as well. Like they're using the string.
It's so dumb, and I fucking shut up, stop being all.
Yeah.
You know, it's
well,
silly 3D grills being all dumb. But...
Yeah. I mean, this order I think is. I can't remember when it's meant to be shipped, but it's got my Laura Bodwig Nendoroid, and it's got that so it's 2 figures for a total of 4,600 yen. So I was actually like, really, really pleased with that. So I ordered that one. I did order one.
There are Hestia sleeves as well, and I ordered those.
Yeah, I didn't see those, which is a little bit annoying because I hope they still have some.
They should do. I'll give you a link there for when it goes back up.
Yeah, I clicked on it even just hoping.
You see, because it's like in my cache right now, so it's like there for me, like the last time I went on it.
Well, yeah, well, that's like next month's order, May's. It's pretty big. It's 10,500.
Like I say, pretty big, but all of mine are bigger.
Yeah. But I don't spend I try and keep mine around the 10k mark if I can. I mean, if I could spend more if I wanted, but then I'd kind of sacrifice other pieces, and you know I can't really do that. But like that order that I've got at the moment for next month is one of my favorite orders because it's my Silica figure, my Root of Origin figure, I actually managed to get as well the deck holder collection box for Fate Stay Night and the SAO Mother's Rosario.
Yeah.
I was going to order like the other SAO ones, but I don't know what it is. I really like the idea of just having the Yuki box because I think the Rosario arc was definitely the winner out of, you know, I'm kind of torn between Mother's Rosario and GGO. GGO was kick-ass action arc, and then Rosario was like really, really sad and quite down to earth and like, you know, like back to normal life kind of stuff, but still keeping the whole Nerve Gear kind of storyline going and the actual like in-game stuff. So I mean, I really liked it. So
I've only just started to because like someone's been uploading the dub of it, so I'm like, you know what? I'll keep up with the dub every week. I'll be fine. I'm cool with that. It's not a show that I'm like super like I have to see it right now. And it's like, you know, it's slowly coming out, so I was like, fuck it, why not? Add to the list of shows that I'm watching.
Yeah.
Now.
This month, though, is... what is it? This month, I'm fairly certain, is the month that I get my first superpower figure. Was it Closed Clock? No, it was Chifuyu, I think I got for this month.
I think, yeah.
She releases... Yeah, doesn't she release at the end of this month?
Yeah, this month and then next month, I think.
Yeah, I thought...
Because there wasn't one last month. I don't remember. Oh well. Rip. Could check, but...
Yeah. It's like, oh well.
Whoops.
But yeah, so like I'm kind of buzzing for... I think this month's order's relatively small, but do you know what? I can't even fucking remember. I just, like, my head's blank. I just cannot remember what the fuck I ordered.
Well,
I have no idea. I know one's a figure, and I know I had some other stuff on there. I have a feeling one's a t-shirt, but do you know what?
Yeah, it's Chifuyu this month.
Yeah, it is. I thought as much. But, yeah, but no, apart from that, mate, nothing else. Nothing
okay.
Fundamental that would be of any relevance at all.
Oh, cool. My card captor Sakura figures this month as well.
Oh, I just want to bring this up. I'm not going to ask if I can, because I'm going to anyway, so it seems pretty stupid. Do you know of Anna Arcana?
Anna Arcana. No.
She does YouTube videos, and she is fucking hilarious. Like, I don't know how I found it. I found a song. You know when you click on like the recommended videos and you're like, I'll click this. I clicked on one and it was called The Secret Life of the Hamster, and it's these guys and they.
Oh yeah, Rhett and Link.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay,
and
it's the person who was on that. No, I do know who you're on about now. I think.
Yeah, it was the Asian chick who was on that, Anna Arcana. And so I clicked on her like YouTube page, and just some of the videos she's got up are really, really funny. And then from that, me and my brother started watching Gary's Mod videos from I can't remember who the guys are that do them, but I laughed so hard I nearly peed. Like, I was in absolute tears. What? I couldn't.
You see, like who? Could you explain it a bit more? I might be able to help.
Yeah, if you give me a second, I'll just find said videos on YouTube.
Is it the Yogscast?
No, it isn't Yogscast. It was. Where is it? Vanos Gaming.
No idea then.
Yeah, they are really good. If you ever watch one, make sure it's either Toy Story 4: The Toys Escape, or it was. It's just look for the one with Gary's Mod one with the robots. I mean, it's fucking hilarious. I actually died.
You see, there was one by the Yogscast, because they've been doing it again recently, just for the hell of it. And it's like they spawned in a bunch of like mechs from Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
And then they spawned in one from Ava, not knowing what it was from, and was like, "Oh, it's a mech. It's the mech from Pacific. It's the robot from Pacific Rim." And I was like,
"Wow."
Because it was Ava. It was Ava Unit 1, and I was just like, It's not a robot from Pacific Rim. It's not a robot. It's not from Pacific Rim. Shut up."
Wow. Do you know what though? On why because I've got Gary's Mod, and I was sat playing it a little bit, and I was looking through. I was just flicking through like the models, like the add-ons and stuff, and somebody actually made a Jabril character model. So I was basically playing Gary's Mod as Jabril. I don't think I've been happier in my entire life.
Wow.
I know. It was brilliant. And then I kept making stupid faces with her because, like, I had the ragdoll. Somebody's done a ragdoll version of Tiger as well.
Yeah.
From Toradora, so I was making stupid faces with her. It was so funny.
Okay.
It was brilliant. So, but yeah, no, that other chick. If you get a chance, like, look her up. She does do good videos.
Maybe.
They are funny. So
I guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
Yay.
Right, that's all.
I know, right? Pretty much.
Just done.
No. I can't remember. Did I mention the Ultra figure last week? I can't even remember anymore.
No, I don't think you did.
Okay, I got my Ultra figure. I got my
Which
Charlotte. Alicia from Tales of Zestria. And I got my Charlotte figure. Both are still in the box because I'm waiting until I have like a decent place to put them, preferably somewhere sealed. Because Ultra figures, for starters, and
well, yeah, Ultra figures are kind of the exception to the rule. If you unbox an Ultra,
no, I'm going to unbox it.
No. What I'm saying is
somewhere decent.
Yeah, if you that's the kind of figure that takes center stage, like anywhere.
I know, right?
Or if you unbox them, they need to be installed in a glass case. Because apparently that's.
I was gonna say because I'm probably not gonna get glass. It's gonna be like some form of plastic, I guess.
Yeah,
because it has to be wall mounted for me. Because I'm probably gonna have to make it myself as well.
Just do you know what I'd do? Right, I'd get. I'd just make basically a basic wooden frame, but out of some nice timber, so it actually looks
decent.
Yeah, decent, and then just use a router and route a line all the way through, and just slide the acrylic in, and then just on the top have like a little have the acrylic on there, but have like an internal hinge, so it still seals it, but it looks nice.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd probably be like on the Because, I mean, I can figure it out, like, how to do it and everything. Because also I can just get my dad to help, because I can probably access actual equipment that way.
What, instead of sat there trying to chip the wood frames out
with like, my knife.
A butter knife.
Just, no, I have an actual knife, but still, that would be kind of dumb. I do have a saw somewhere, but fuck.
I thought you said a sword. I was like,
I have a sword.
Swords are probably what we would consider to be overkill.
No, with wood? Fuck no. A sword wouldn't cut wood very well. Cut wood very well.
Would kill wood.
Wood.
I don't know. It really depends.
Wood the
on what
killer.
Kind of wood. The wood killer sword.
Wood the killer. That's what she owns. And that's not what you want.
How do you know what I want?
The implication that it's used to cut off dicks.
Dicks and pricks.
Anyway, I got those. Got my Twin Tail fan book, which is actually awesome, and all the the back.
I think you mentioned the Twin Tail fan book, the last
have.
podcast we did.
I think I might have.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did.
No, because if I mentioned, I would have mentioned the rest of it.
No,
I mentioned
I'm
it wasn't
sure
here yet. That's what you were laughing about, because I was like, it shipped, and you're like, you thought I said it was shit.
Oh yeah, no, you are.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh god.
Pardon me.
But yeah, that arrived, and like the back page is like signed by a bunch of the staff, which is awesome, with little illustrations and shit. So that's cool. Got the Symphogear one. I got my cases and my sleeves, deck cases that is, and sleeves. Yeah. In terms of stuff I got. Fun fact: Joseph, Greg, and Beardman sent me a gift for my birthday.
Real?
Yeah. I don't know what it is. Still not here. It's in customs.
Wow.
20.
I will laugh if you have to.
Oh no, I do. As in, it's been
customs
through customs, and I've paid for it. It's £23, and I was like, oh.
So you had to pay for your birthday present?
No, Joseph's paying for it when he gets paid next. I was like, I feel no.
Yeah, it's my birthday. Give me my money back.
I know, right?
Wow, Jordan, talk about being a good friend.
Hey man, I wasn't the one who said it. I was like, oh man, and they were like, no, it's
wow.
cool.
That's hilarious.
No,
give me my shit.
Hey man.
Wait, before you go on. Before you go on, I found the email with my fucking order for this month. I know what it is now. It was Chifuyu. It was the Sword Art Online Extra Booster Box. The trial deck, because it's and they're both English editions as well, just to put that out there. And the trial deck, because the trial deck is the GGO trial deck, whereas the one I had originally was the normal SAO one. So the good thing is I'll have technically two trial decks with a lot of different cards, so I can mix it in with the other.
The GGO one.
Yeah, so and then I managed to get, I don't know why I even bought it, one of the Melamine cups, but the Terraformers one.
Huh.
And that's also the order that has my Angel Beats First Beat deck case and the Absolute Duo Julia pass case. So this month's order is like 7,500. Do you know what? Last order I got, by the way, turned up in a fucking Jiffy envelope. Cost me like 800 yen. And it turned up within like a week.
Yeah.
I was like, the hell?
Was that just...
Because, I mean, it was card sleeves, it was the Angel Beats playmat, which, my days, is so nice. I don't even want to bring it with me, because it's so bright and vibrant, I'd die if I got shit on it.
Wow.
So I may just sort of...
And here I am essentially using
out.
my Angel Beats one as like a mat or some sort that's just always on my desk. Slightly problems with my Nisekoi one, which is hilarious.
What do you mean?
Joseph got the Nisekoi one because I got the dude to ship it to him, since when the dude I got it from tried shipping it, it didn't go through. Joseph got it back. He shipped it and it went to him because apparently the fucking USPS guys were like, oh, I thought it was to you and from him. It was sent from the fucking US, you fucking pleb.
Seriously, so he sent it to you?
No, he sent it
And
to
they
me, but they got them mixed up and thought it was being sent to him.
Oh my days, really? So what have they...
He's got it. He's basically gonna go argue with them about, like, yo, send it because you fucked up. And apparently he's all like, they won't argue back because they work at the post office and they already hate their jobs enough because of arguing. So
Yeah.
and at that fucking point, like, that's like $14 shipping. I'm not paying $14 shipping again. That playmat so far has cost me $45.
Wow.
Yep.
I actually feel genuinely sorry for you.
I know, right? I don't really mind because it's over time. If it was like up front 41, I'd just be like 40 whatever. I'd be like, because it was 30, and then like he shipped it to Joseph, and then Joseph shipping it to me was 14, but
That's always a pain in the ass, really, isn't it?
yeah, I don't know why. I think it was probably just like the postal dudes and his and the guy who's sending it area just dicks. But hey, yeah. So Tuesday, I'll know what I got. I still have no fucking idea what they got me though. All I said was it's bigger than a White Shores card. And I know it's from Solaris, and John said it's something he wanted, which was like...
It's bigger.
John said it was something he wanted, and I was like... Well, he said it was something he wanted for a while, and I was like, that kind of... What? Me and you do like some of the same things, but the things you obsess over are things I really don't like. And I'm sure... it's because we talk a lot, I'm sure that they know that. So honestly, I'm expecting Kyosuke, and then they said it's bigger than the White Shores card. I was like, well, it's not a signed Kyosuke card then. And Solaris don't do White Shores cards.
That's a bit of a sad face then, isn't it?
Is it? Because it's like me, Greg, and me, Joseph, Beardman, and Greg basically all just got each other stuff as like a group. So Beardman got a Lawbusters like extra booster and some Kamari card sleeves. Greg got a Rin figure. So I was like, oh, I'll probably get Kyosuke then if they do.
Right.
Apparently it's not Kyosuke, and I'm like, well, because Kyosuke doesn't have much. He doesn't like have a figure or anything. I'm like, well, hopefully it's a Dakimakura because just hug Kyosuke every night. Yep, totes. Probably is.
What Kyosuke?
Kyosuke Dakimakura.
Oh my god. Just imagine if he gets it wrong though, and it ends up being like not Kyosuke.
I'm curious though about what it is because I'm like, well, I have no idea.
I suppose you would because, be naturally. I mean,
because of the fact that John said it was something that he wanted for a while. He only just recently finished Little Busters, so I'm like, that rules out Little Busters essentially, and something that you want really, I don't know, I can't remember anything that like I've emphasized being into, and something that he's like really liked. Part of me is just like, it's probably a plushie because John likes plushies.
I'll tell you something else as well, which has it's not confused me, but it surprised me quite a bit. Is you know what when you were on about the figures, not the figures, the you had to pay customs on like that thing that's coming to you at the moment.
Yeah, I can tell you why.
No, not why you're getting.
Okay.
Why you're having to pay for it, but more along the lines of like, Damien ordered that. That thing. Mm-hmm. The doll.
Yeah.
Right. He paid not a lot in customs fees.
Yeah.
Like altogether. He didn't actually pay like...
I mean, it's an accurate amount, really. The reasons... because the reasons why we find it so much is because of the fact that, like, this was, like, £100. That means it's going to be, like, I don't know, 20 on top, maybe. And then there's a service charge. Well, the clearance fee, rather. And that adds, like, a huge bulk considering how little we have to pay.
Well, no, the thing is
regardless of your customs, you will always pay VAT if it goes into.
I know,
customs,
that's what I mean.
Which is 20% regardless. His doll cost him £300.
Mm-hmm.
So 20% on that is £60 alone, plus the at least £12 fee, 72, and then he has to pay duty on it, which is I think around between 9 and 10% for like an actual doll.
I mean, we
So
could
that's
just ask him
so...
to show us.
I had.
Oh, so have you seen like the picture of it?
I know I haven't seen it. I asked him how much the customs was, and
I
think he said it was like between 30 and 40. I was like, what?
Was it? I thought you said like 60 and something.
No, I don't think so. I mean, 60 is even like
it's still
smaller.
like
That's
not a
like
lot,
half
but
the
it's
price.
still
Yeah, because you think we pay £30 in total with the custom. Like, say we pay £40 for like £100 order. If we put in a £300 order with Army, we'd end up paying like £120 total. Plus all the duty and stuff would vary because of the different things we'd usually buy. So I was like, how the fuck? unless the guy who shipped it didn't put the full cost down. But what I have noticed is they don't put the shipping cost on the customs form. So how do they know how much we paid for the shipping to put VAT on it?
I don't think they do, I guess.
Well, that's the thing. You say that, but I actually worked it out. And normally it comes down like dead on top of what I kind of expect it to be. So it's weird how customs work. I haven't had to pay it for ages though. So
yeah, me either. Like all my actual orders, like I think 1 or 2 maybe went through. I can't remember. Like recently.
Yeah. I've noticed since switching to SAL, registered SAL.
Not even
SAL,
SAL, just airmail.
I don't go with airmail because I can't justify the extra cost for the extra weight.
Considering you're out quite a bit.
Because yeah, exactly. So it's not like I'm sat at home hoping it will turn up. Like I get home on a Friday and I'm like, is it here? And normally it's like yes, because like the payment will come. I'll pay for it the Friday when I get home, which is normally when my paydays are. And then obviously I'm home during the weekend. I know it's not going to turn up then. And then I know for a fact it's probably not going to arrive by Saturday. So like by the time I get back from work, like on the next Friday after that, it's there. Whereas if I was at home, I'd be coming home on the Monday going, oh, it's not here. Tuesday, oh, it's not here. But I don't kind of have that. So it's in a way it's really nice. I mean, I don't have to worry about that.
And then you're gonna, and then your contract's gonna be over, and then you're gonna be like, oh.
Yeah. And I'm gonna be really sad
and then you're gonna be really sad because you have to wait for things.
Yeah.
Oh no.
To be fair, I'm out of the office until the 19th of June now, so it's not too bad. And then I'm back in on like the 20th of June, and then like 6-7 weeks after that, I fly to America. So it's it's not a big issue. Big issue. So, and I'm probably going to buy a few bits while I'm out in America anyway to like kind of cut back on like the shipping costs. Because like anything from fucking Right Stuff I can order over there, actually pay in proper dollars because I'll just get a girlfriend to order it on her card, give her the dollars, and then I'm literally quids in. There's none of this fucking rate conversion. There's none. There's no shit. There's a $3 shipping fee, whereas opposed to it's like $17.
Yeah.
For over here, but over there it's like $3 and an extra $1 per item, so I can order like 10 things.
Yeah.
It cost me like fucking $17.
Because I mean, I can do that. Like, I can get someone else to ship it and probably be cheaper.
Yeah, you can get it sent over to Joseph, can't you?
Yeah, I can get it sent over to like anyone really.
Yeah.
I can get it sent to John, I can get it sent to Joseph, I can get it sent to Nyla, and anyone. I've got a lot of friends in America.
That's the good thing about having people you kind of trust.
Yeah.
Enough to be able to like buy a lot of shit, send it to them, and have them actually send it over to you. Because I mean, it takes a lot for a person who, I suppose, in a sense that you've never met, to actually go out of their way and go down to a post office and post shit and receive parcels because you can't get them.
I was gonna say because
it's nice.
Because it's like, to me, in some way, it's not so much like that because if I'd ask, I wouldn't be like, yo, do this for me. Just I've ordered the thing to you, go and ship it. But like, obviously, I'd ask if they say like, I don't really want to deal with that. I'm like, cool, okay, that's fine. It's more a case of like the trust that would get in people's way, and at that point, it's a case of like, okay, I'm gonna send you something worth $100. Would you rather our friendship or something that's $100? And it's like,
Yeah.
odds are, like, you know, it would weigh in, like, the favor of the friendship in most cases. If we're, like, $3,000, like, if I sent a Cintiq to someone, then it's maybe questionable for some. At the same time, I probably wouldn't ask them to send that, just on, like, the fact of, like, I don't want you to be the one, like, having the sort of burden of something that expensive, I guess.
Yeah, because the thing is, if they accidentally drop it, or
Yeah.
something like
If an accident happens, or if anything goes wrong with shipping, it's then, like, almost certainly on them. And then it's like, I don't want you to have to feel like the whole, yeah, he paid $3,000 on this. If I fuck it up, then, oh god, he's gonna be super mad.
But it just brings up a point that, like, and to be fair, this is a fairly decent topic for this, is internet friendships.
I would say it's also a real shame that we have other things to talk about, but we can try that. We'll try and fit that in too.
Yeah. No, this can just be like a quick mini one while we're on the subject. I mean,
Yeah, sure.
you take for example, like, real life people that you know, like, you actually maybe not you specifically, because you don't see a lot of people generally.
I mean, no, it's like, I understand.
Not
like,
as much as like a
I know not
I'd
as
say
much as
normal
you do.
person.
Or
Well, no,
normal
not
people,
me.
yeah.
I don't really have much of a choice because of my line of work.
Yeah,
so
I know.
I'm always meeting new people. If I was back home,
I'm gonna
then
say
I'd
not
be
so
into
much
work
new
and
people,
that's
but I
it.
do know some people. Yeah,
Yeah, but like
school
I
friends,
would-
as people call them as
yeah.
well. Which is,
I'd kind of feel more like, I feel like you trust people you know in a different country more than you trust people you know in this country.
yeah, I do. Like, a lot. Fuck. Like, because one thing that, to me,
And-
is, like, a big thing, I guess, like, unless you have something you really need to say right now, is, like...
No, go on.
Because, for example, a certain person living in Ohio, blah, 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 it was, like, who I like.
Yeah.
When I said all that, I was like, well, it's kind of weird, isn't it? Because I've never actually met you. And it's like, well, actually, I think... And she was like, well, I think it's actually, like, better because of that. And the fact that you like that person, not because, like, oh, I saw you, girl, and you were just banging. It's like...
Yeah, or like,
it's like
we had sex that one time and
Not even-
nobody wants
well-
me, so I'll
well, no.
stick with you kind of thing.
Not even that, it's just like, oh, first glance at just some stranger walking by. And it's like, I like that person. She looks...
The thing is, you get to build a
you
friendship.
get to know that person, like, actually as that person.
Yeah.
Rather than, like,
let's
see them...
Let's be fair.
Okay.
Even on the internet,
I know- yeah, I know what you
put
mean.
on,
It's
put
then a
on,
case-
not a front, but they kind of like I would like
People-
to say they're more themselves because they're less likely to be in a position where they'd have to deal with ridicule for being
Yeah.
who they actually are, because they have the option of just ending any conversation they're in with a click of a button.
Yeah.
Whereas people face to face have a tendency to maybe manipulate themselves and what's around them more because they don't have that option.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, in all fairness, it doesn't mean that, like, always people online are, like, them... They're not,
100%
like, their
honest,
true
yeah.
selves always, because at the same time, it's easier to be someone else.
It is.
Like, I
It
can
is
say
always
I'm a
because you
girl,
can-
because, for starters, if we weren't in a
You
call
look
right
like
now,
one.
you wouldn't hear my voice. Finding a picture of someone's easy. Changing information online, very easy. Lying about where you
telling
live,
somebody
everyone's done it.
Yeah, telling people you don't have a webcam. I mean, that's always a good one.
I know, right?
I see. That's the thing for me. Like, if I'm talking with friends, it's you have to be on voice or you have to be on, like, video call, because I know that there are people out there like that, and if you're not one of those people, you should not have an issue doing either of those things. And if you do, then I'm not interested, because at the end of the day, I mean, if you're gonna hang out, then hang out. If you're just like, oh, I just want to text, it's like, no, that doesn't kind of like solve anything for me. I mean, you've got, and then they're like, oh yeah, but it's weird. How is it weird when you first meet somebody actually face to face, and you get talking to them, that's exactly the same.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, it's also kind of those people tend to be, like, a bit more of an introvert and, like, not go out and do that. So they're like, it's weird to me because, like, I've been doing this for a long time now. And, like, I'm not used to talking to people face to face anymore. That sort of thing I can, like, understand to an extent. Like, even I was, like, nervous and don't sometimes like talking to people. Partially because it's just, like, of the fact that there's A, some silence, B, I want to just do shit sometimes. If I want to watch stuff and then I'm in a call, I feel bad for just being like, yo, I gotta go. Because I want to watch a thing rather than sit here listening to you play video games. John! Playing video games? Just not talking, prick. You can call me, not say a damn word, just play video games.
Well, that's the beauty of it. I mean, I'm kind of the same. Like, I like the idea of talking online because you can have time to frame a reply. If that makes any sense, you know, you can actually sit there and think before you speak, whereas when you're in person, you can't just stop.
That is definitely one thing, though. Especially, like, if you're having a conversation that's, like, meaningful, I guess. It's a lot easier that way. Otherwise, you're kind of stumbling on yourself, like, yeah, I guess. This thing. Yeah, exactly. Which I do a lot, depending on...
Or you don't want to say something to offend somebody, but if you were face-to-face, you'd probably say it first and then realise it offended them.
I mean, there's that, but at the same time, when you're face-to-face, you tend to be a bit more conscious of yourself, I guess.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, me not so...
I mean, you not so much.
I just sort of blurt out whatever's in my head and then go with it. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, free speech, so... I don't even care.
We're not American. You are.
I get
freedom. Whoa. Nah.
Freedom. There's no such thing as freedom.
I know, right? Fucking.
This is.
What about the looting, though? But what? I don't know.
But you know, it's. Pardon me.
Yeah.
Oh, pardon me.
I do genuinely like trust me. That, and it's more a case of most people except literally one person I know in person is more a case of like. They're the sort of friends you just sort of hang around with and you wouldn't, like, open up to at all. Because of the fact that it's like, I can just imagine if I opened up to this person, you're just gonna, like, laugh and then just be like, whatever, man, fuck it. And then just go on with whatever. So I literally have, like, one friend who I actually can open up to that I've, like, met and went to college with. School friends, might I add, fucking... After you're done with school, though.
Fucking is that how it is?
No, it's like school friends are like, because there's a term, that's why people use the term. It's like, for the most part, once you're done with school, you either A, very rarely talk, B, still hang out, but you're still like, probably just hanging, and like I mentioned before, and not the sort of... To me, it's with college, it's a lot easier to find people that are like serious, whereas in school... You pretty much, when you think of those friends, it's like, we're just fucking around all the time, right? Because that's also probably what you did in school. So it's hard to change that perception of a person, I guess.
Yeah.
I do trust people online more, though. It's like, you have to have a certain level of trust.
Now. Yeah, you do.
Otherwise, it's like, if you're just totally untrusting, then good luck with it.
Yeah, exactly. It's never going to work. I think a lot of people put too much emphasis on just bullshit most of the time, to be fair.
I'm going to say it's like, I'm dating someone online, which some people find that just really dumb in like a few ways. I did.
Yeah. I honestly don't care. I mean, if that's what they want to think, then...
Yeah, I mean, I don't... Because, I mean, like, I'm on your side, really. Because, I mean, considering you also do... And it's like, you never see each other, and it's like, can you not handle a long-distance relationship? I know people who can't. And I can understand that, because it's like, I like having someone here, and like, because reasons. It's like, I can get that. Like, that's fine. It's an understandable thing, but otherwise it's like, don't, like, hate on... It's also a case of, like, because everyone... Automatically, when they think of, like, online dating, it's a case of, like, you've never met the person, you don't know them at all, or don't know them at all, in quotes.
Yep.
And it's like, no, maybe you just have bad experiences, but I feel like I know people.
That's it. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter good or bad. I mean, it's not got as much taboo as it used to, but I think people still put too much stock in it. But then you sit there and it's like, well, it's no different when you had fucking somebody from like the German army was seeing somebody from like the English army, you know, because of the war and shit. You know, it's been happening for ages. The internet's just made it easier. That's all.
Yeah.
That's it. And 9 times out of 10, I think long distance are more indicating.
I guess.
No. It begins with if, ends with if. Indicative.
Sure.
I think it's more indicative of that. That's the word. It's more indicative of the fact that you are more suited to commitment and
yeah. Because if you can commit to a not long term, that too, but long distance,
it does generally help.
You know, if you can commit to something for a while,
for a week.
I know, right? Like if you can commit to long distance, then it's like, you know, obviously it's going to be better, especially if you can do it without like losing trust in a person because of the fact that like, yo, thousands of miles distance, either of us could be doing anything while we're not talking. And then you obviously need that level of trust.
Plus the time difference. And, you know, when somebody says, I'm just going out with friends, you have to be able to believe that what they're saying is true. Because if you get even the tiniest bit where you're like, you sit there thinking, do I text him and just be like, hey, you know, how's things with do, or do I go and like message that other person and be like, hey, is so and so with you, and make up some bullshit excuse and be like, yeah, you know, fucking phone's being a dick or whatever, and they're like, no, you know, you can't do shit like that. If you get to that point, you need to stop.
I mean, texting them to see how things are going, I guess, is like not so bad. It's like, hey, I just want to see how you're doing.
Provided that the reason behind it is just because that is what it is at face value.
Yeah.
You'll just text them to see how, you know, if they're having fun and enjoying themselves.
That, or if they're just like, okay.
Know. Yeah.
Because I personally would worry about a person just in general. I worry a lot.
Because you're not. I do. You asked Maria, I'm exactly the same. Because I mean, like for example, I got a bit panicky the other day because like she had gone. I can't remember what happened. It wasn't anything bad, but she had said she was going out with Mum, and then like literally no messages were getting through because like she was out with her iPod, which she uses to text me on. And like when you send somebody a message with iMessage, if they're in Wi-Fi, it'll come up saying delivered. If it doesn't, it just shows the message and like nothing else.
Yeah.
And I knew she was out with Mum. I knew they'd gone shopping and done some bits and pieces. So I was like, yeah, that's fine. I wasn't too bothered, so I texted her and I was like, hey, you know, I hope everything's cool. You'll get this when you get back. Like, because she was like, I'll be about for, you know, an hour or so. And then, like, I'd got up. I think I'd gone to sleep, and then I'd got up, and, like, there was still no delivery, and I was like, fuck. I'm like, I hope she hasn't got into an accident or anything, because I'm pretty sure Maria was meant to be driving, and I was like... And, like, that was probably the first time that I genuinely worried. And, like, I was like, shit, you know, I really hope she's okay. And well, what happened was, it turned out, when they went out, she got sick. And her iPod died. And when she got back, she literally just went straight to sleep.
Oh, when you said she got sick, I thought you were going to say she was sick on her iPod and it died.
Oh, right. No. She got sick and died.
Oh, no, I was on about
the iPod. She got... She got ill. And it was just bad timing that the iPod died. And, so she ended up in bed. She calls me in the morning, like when she's got up, and she's literally just looked like shit. I was like, wow.
Right.
So, but yeah, she was like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I was like, I just thought you'd fucking been in a car crash, you dipshit. So, she was like, I've told Mum and I've told Jess that if anything happens to me, they need to contact you. And I'm like, cool. That's good. Because, you know, that kind of that's nice to have that and to know that somebody will tell you if shit happens.
Yeah.
You know, like, you know, if they get sick or they get a hospital, you know, shit like normal stuff like that. I mean, it doesn't happen very often, but it could. And there's nothing worse than somebody just disappearing off the face of the planet.
Yep.
That you can never get hold of again. Like, you know.
Because that happened once for like a month, and I was just like, oh god.
Yeah. It's
because like a few days,
not, a nice
not so
feeling.
bad, but for a month, and it's just like three frustrating, 5 me, 2 spoopy, etc.
Well, yeah, because the initial thing is you think like if it's a relationship, you think maybe you've done something wrong, or you know something isn't quite right, and then you worry about that, and then you're like, okay, maybe if it wasn't me, you know, something happened to them, and you know, but you won't know, and there's nothing worse than everything being cool one day, and then like the next day, gone.
Yeah. I mean, that's also like part of, I guess, one of the downsides to like long distance things is the fact of
you're not close enough to be able to.
Yeah, it's
because
part of the frustration of like I can't do anything.
Yeah,
sort of
you
thing.
can't actually help, but at the same time,
I want to. I really want to. I literally can't though.
I mean, like for me, like if Maria, like say tomorrow, Jess messages me and she's like, Dave, Maria's gone into the hospital. She's not in a good way. I'd be on the next flight out in the morning. You know, there wouldn't be any ums and ahs. I'd be fucking not phoning my bank up and being like, I need some money now. And I'd get on a flight and just leave.
Give me the biggest loan you got.
I wouldn't even care. I'd just get a flight.
Yeah.
I'd just get the plane ticket and get on and go.
Tell them to give you
And
the
then-
plane ticket from later on now.
So
Yep.
yeah, that'd really suck.
Hmm.
But you know, that's what I'd do, because if you're in the position to do something like that, I think you should.
Yeah.
I don't think there's ever a reason why you shouldn't.
Especially more specific, like especially if it's like been confirmed and it's not a case of like just because if it's a case of like, oh, I think this might have happened and then you do it, then it might be a bit overkill. It's good that you're worrying, but at the same time, it's like logical things you should probably think of. But if it's like literally someone said like, yo, this happened, and you're like, shit, then yeah, by all means, you probably should, because that's a good thing to do.
Yeah.
And
'Cause,
then
I
they
mean,
have
at the
amnesia,
same-
and then it's just like, rip.
Yeah, because I mean, at the same time, like something genuinely could have like happened, like you know, when you go out, you leave your bag on the table, somebody lifts your phone and your iPod or whatever. How do you get hold of people after that if that's your only means of contact? You know, you could ask a friend, but
the part of the beautiful thing with technology is it also depends on what you're using. If you're using like iMessage, then yeah, I don't fucking know. If you're using like Skype or
Facebook
any
or
app,
Skype.
then it's like, oh, this computer at home, I know someone with a thing that I can log into.
yeah,
Like, there are other ways. It's just like I have to like now get in contact with that person, and then probably bother
Which is
them
why,
about
like,
it.
We fall back on email if signal's really bad, or
Mm.
like if we're stupidly busy, because email's really easy. You can write a nice email, like a long one. You can actually have a decent conversation.
It's like a letter.
Yeah, pretty much. You effectively send instant letters.
Can literally send a letter if you want to. Worst comes to worst, you just have to wait like a week.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, letters, guys. Write more letters. Chicks dig letters. Yep. Totes.
No, they
My
literally do. They
my
do.
handwriting's
You ever
fucking
seen a chick
horrible.
with letters? Who said you had to write it by hand? You can type
I
it
know,
on a PC
right?
and print it out.
Hey man, it
Brilliant
means
technology
means
these days.
more if you write it by hand, Dave. Shows you put in
So,
the
uh,
effort. Jeez. And whenever
I'm putting in the effort. I had to turn my PC on to fucking write this
Fucking
bitch.
damn it.
Don't complain.
like with me,
So,
whenever
yeah,
I
so-
send people things, I like don't write it. I like sometimes just draw little pictures because I draw. So get that little extra something, I guess, that just makes it cooler. Like when I sold my Nendroid on eBay, the dude was like, "Oh yeah, it's like my friend's birthday." I was like, "Oh, you're getting it for your friend?" I was like, "Cool." So I like drew a little picture of Mikasa. I fucking keep getting Mikasa and Misaka mixed up sometimes. But I drew that and was like, "Happy birthday!"
Mikasa and Misaka.
Yeah. But yeah,
See, that was a good topic.
it was. It's a real shame that we have to go on like another 40 minutes or have less
I know.
time to talk
It's
about
fine. We've got
all
we've got
these
plenty to do.
shows. By the way,
Let's
featured
let's
shows.
leave.
featured deal of the week.
I was about to say we're going to do featured deal of the week. Do you want to do the first bit or do you want me?
Well, I mean, let's first talk about what it is, I guess. This is Familiar of Zero, or Zero no Tsukaima, as it's known, a series that I have history with, in the sense I was waiting around. I was one of those people waiting like the 4 years for the last season. Not literally 4 years, but a while. And I watched the entirety of like the first 3 seasons and then waited and waited. When it came out, didn't watch it until a year after. Because I started watching on Crunchyroll and I was like,
it's
you know
like
what?
You made me wait for 3 years, I'm going to make you wait.
Yeah, sure. It was more a case of like, I was on Crunchyroll before like I had a decent proxy. And it was only on like the US Crunchyroll. So I was like, this is really like slow and annoying. And at the time I was like, well, my downloads are really shitty, so I didn't do it. And then a year later I did. And like, it's a great series. The one thing that annoys me is the fact that as far as I'm aware, they're not dubbing the rest. And one thing I don't like is owning things that aren't dubbed, which, leads on to the fact that if I get this, which I kind of want to, because I really do love the series, and if you haven't seen it yet, Dave, I would genuinely recommend you do, because it seems like something you'd like, considering I like it. So
yeah, generally anything you say is good, I will at least watch.
This is great.
We are proper.
This is great. There, how's that then?
Should we give the viewers a quick read?
Yeah, sure.
Or viewer.
No viewers, right? Like,
I know Mitch listens.
This is Maria now.
Mitch
Wow.
religiously listens to our podcast.
Thank you, Mitch, for listening.
For
God knows what reason.
If Mitch is the only person that will listen to this, I will quite happily continue making it.
Yeah.
We affect somebody's life. That's all I give a toss about.
I mean, not so much affect,
Actually,
but we force someone to listen. We waste 2 hours of someone's life, and because of that, we'll keep doing it. It's 2 hours a week. How many hours is that? What's the fraction of life?
I think we've done right. So this is 15 episodes, averaging near enough 2 hours per each episode. So 20.
I'd say 28.
30,
I'd say 28. Just
okay, we'll say 28 hours. So we've actually wasted just over a day of someone's life.
Yep.
An entire day in 2 hours.
Yep. GG. Good.
So
good job.
if we recorded non-stop, it would have been literally a whole day. Wow. That's pretty impressive, I think. I mean,
at the same time, we've also
tend to end.
Yeah, I was going to say that, and the fact that we have kind of been going on for at least like 6 months. Like started, not like proper started, but it's been 6 months, Dave, since we've
I know,
been doing things.
It's good.
Yeah.
Is it 6 months? Hang on, 4.
Well,
12.
We
3,
started
12,
once I got back from Alcon, but we didn't
4
start.
Yeah.
Is what I mean. 6 months since we did something related.
This is true. I mean, we were doing the podcast before Alcon.
Were we?
Yeah, because we were going to do a podcast episode at Alcon. Our first release was before Alcon. No, sorry, not before Alcon. I thought you were talking about LAGC.
Yeah, I was going to say no, I'm pretty sure we weren't. Otherwise, I would have done one with James.
While you were there, yeah, exactly. So
it's
that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Right. So let's push this along a little bit.
Yep.
You can take the first paragraph because it's got all the stupid names, and I'll take the second one because it doesn't mention anybody.
Sweet. I haven't seen the show in a while, so this is going to be awkward for me to read.
Read it in like a proper normal voice for a change, like.
Louis François Leblanc de la Valliere. It is Valliere, I know that much at least. His name is long. So long, yes, and her spellcasting is so poor, also true, that everyone at Tristan Academy of Magic, a lot easier to say, just calls her Louise the Zero. Louise's humiliation only increases during an important second-year test where the other students summon up dragons and other mythological creatures. That's a lie. Only one of them, I'm pretty sure, actually summons a dragon. One of them summons a mole, which is great. Yeah. Other mythological creatures as their familiars, and she inexplicitly summons Hiraga, Saito. I don't know his last name, but I know Saito. A totally normal teenager from Tokyo.
I read, as I was reading that, I was like, wow, that's actually a brilliant thing for like for a show. I'm gonna summon a mythical dragon to my familiar. Poof.
Because the thing that
boy arrives.
Because the thing that's weird about it is it's like a sort of English saying, which is partially why I'm kind of upset there are no more dubs of it.
Okay.
And it's the fact of like it's like ye old England sort of setting, and the fact that it's like new, like modern day Tokyo is where he's from, so that plays into it, sort of thing.
So he's from the future, basically.
Not necessarily from the future. It's like a different world because they have two sons.
Right. Okay.
I mean, we all know how our history worked. We used to have two sons, but then one exploded, right?
That's exactly.
No, the
what
two
happened.
sons fused.
Fusion, bro, science. So
not fission.
Now she's
fusion.
Fishing.
Fishing.
Fishing's great.
I love fishing. I was supposed to go fishing with my grandfather once.
That's not very nice. He can't combine with the sun. He'll just burn.
I know, but then he died.
I feel so bad now.
It's fine.
Wow, I want to say rip you, but that would be even worse.
Honestly, the whole reason I did that is because I knew you would feel awful.
Wow, rip him.
And I was like,
sorry, I couldn't help it.
No, it's fine.
I was being respectful at the same time as making a joke.
It was like 10 years ago. It's fine.
Oh, that's fine. You barely remember it. It was back in the old.
All I remember is I was an emotionless prick, and I hate myself for that.
You're like, your granddad's passed away, and it's like,
and my parents were like, it's okay to. They were like, it's okay to cry, and I was just there, like blank faced, like
just look at him and be like, so when's ice cream? Can we get McDonald's after this?
Hey guys, funerals, right? Can we go to McDonald's first? I don't like it when we have food at funerals. Like, I don't like any of these sandwiches that you've laid out. Can we go to McDonald's or something?
It's like you sat there singing the hymns. It's like, Dad, can he hear this? No, son. Then why the fuck are we singing?
What? Wow.
So anyway, moving on to the rest of the description. Now she's stuck with him, and Saito's stuck with a lousy life of being a familiar. Except maybe there's more going on than meets the eye. Because Saito's not prepared to accept the social inequities that Louise and other aristocrats consider the status quo, and he may not be quite as normal as everyone thinks. And the reason Louise is so bad at magic might just be that she hasn't figured out what she's good at yet. In fact, they might even have the makings of a great team. If they can learn to stand each other first, that is.
Yep.
This is 12 episodes long? 13 episodes long? Cool. I was just looking at the running time thinking, it's about 12, and then I've done the maths and it was 13, so...
Yep.
It's fine. Normally anything over 325 minutes is like a 24 episode.
And before it's 350 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. So, which is 14.
Yep.
But yeah.
Really good show.
So Jordan,
really.
When does this reset again? It's Fridays, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's fine then, because I can order this Thursday evening.
Pay after delivery though, dude.
Hey?
You can't do it Friday evening. Oh, you said Thursday, right?
Yeah. Because then it comes out in my bank like the next day.
Yeah.
And I don't care.
Because like, I really want to get it, but as I said, they're probably not doing any more dubs, which is like throwing me off because of the fact I probably won't get the rest of it. Issue number 2 is the fact that I had to pay import fees, so I actually don't have much money left. So if I got this, I would probably... I have enough.
But you'd have to restrict yourself from anything else that might crop up.
I mean, I already do.
Spend it on.
This is what I mean.
Well, yeah.
I get paid again Friday.
There is always something to spend your money on.
Well, you say that, but...
So...
Yeah. Oh well.
It's true.
I
really can't wait for my Yoshino and Nendoroid to turn up. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yoshino.
I need to find some other stuff to put on
Yoshino.
Like 4,000.
Oh, Yoshino.
Yoshino.
That is the best. Rewrite anime, please, now.
Wow.
just for that scene. Like if they do an anime and they don't have that scene, 0 out of 10 worst anime ever.
Wow.
Just straight up down the shitter. But yeah, onto the topic that we kind of have of. Okay, how many shows are you watching this season?
What was the topic?
The top.
How many shows are?
Yeah.
How much? Right. Okay, I will list off the shows that I'm
just
watching.
Just a number for now, if you can.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3. That's technically. See, I don't know whether or not Well Trigger's on season 2 because they're on 26 episodes.
Oh, that's World Break.
And I think they're going up to 27.
No.
Next week, so I can't.
No.
They're going up. Say season.
They're going
2,
up
so
to 50.
I'm a bit like.
They're going up to 50. I remember we mentioned last week. I was like, "Huh, it's weird. It's still there." So I checked it, and it was 51.
Oh, sweet! So season 1's going to be one of the big ones then.
Mm-hmm.
So this is going to be on par with like maybe One Piece and Naruto and shit, possibly.
No, it's more on par with like Full Metal Alchemist and Soul Eater.
Oh, okay, that I can live with. 51 episodes is good because it's quite a nice show. So I'll include Wild Trigger because even though it's not new season,
Yeah,
it's
no,
still ongoing.
It's like
it's what I'm watching at
yeah.
the moment.
I mean,
so
if
1,
it's
2,
airing
3,
this season, even if it's continued, it still
4,
counts to me.
5, 6, 7, 8.
It's only
9,
when I'm saying like
10,
shows that make like this
11,
season good that I
yeah,
don't want you
12,
to include things from the previous.
13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Make sure there's no more on this list. 26. No, about 26. Between 26 and 27.
That you're watching?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I was just like, what?
This is why Absolute Duo is currently on 1 episode a week.
Well,
because the irony of it is the majority of those shows, not including World Trigger, are all this season's releases. Apart from Suki Monogatari and Neko Monogatari, which are already released, I think, but Crunchyroll's only airing them on there now. And I believe My Love Story as well is already. I'm fairly certain I've seen it already aired, but I can't remember if it's already been released. I'm actually going to go and double check.
I don't think so. It's Ole Monogatari. By the way.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. That's its. That's why I didn't know what you were on about because most of my shows I'm watching are downloads, so they don't use like.
Oh, it might have. Yeah, I may have remember seeing the artwork in the Crunchyroll manga section on my app on the phone.
Right.
So that could. Yeah, the anime adaptation scheduled to air this year, April. So okay, so it is a brand new anime for that one. I know Neko Monogatari. I think is not maybe a new one.
It's not.
I know Gintama's ongoing.
Yeah.
Triage X is Triage X a new release or is that a manga
Okay, we'll actually get to talking about them now, I guess. We'll go on my list because my list is smaller than yours and like stuff, I guess.
A lot storer, yeah.
Okay. We'll just start off.
First, we'll do it.
I guess
with the first show on your list and have a quick run through, and then go for the first show on my list. And
I mean, it's like obvious. All of my shows are going to come up in your list, though. Is what I mean.
Well, that's fine. Like we can you take one off of your list and we'll discuss.
I was going to say because the first one on my list is Yamada-kun.
Oh yes.
I'll just move back a sec. You go ahead. Just something's going to be over here.
Fucking yes. Right. Do you know what? I have been waiting so long ever since I started reading the manga. It was one of those ones like every week I'd flick the refresh and like ping new one, and I was like, yeah, get in because the story in it go.
Is it over?
No.
Okay. Because Ben said that he was reading it and he said like, yeah, I finished it and like I thought he meant like finish as in it's done because of the fact that he said like, oh, he knew where like season 2 where like it would split off in seasons and blah blah blah. I was like, okay. Didn't think
Yeah.
it was finished, but okay. I'll
'Cause
look
it
into
was-
it while you discuss, I guess.
Yeah, it was quite a lot. It's quite a long-ish manga, to be honest. And I'm still going through a couple of chapters at the moment, so beats me. I'll have a nose. Let me know if you find out though.
Ongoing.
So yes,
It's ongoing.
it is ongoing.
TV
Yeah, I
drama, original animation DVD. Oh yeah, the ODAs are still also ongoing, and so is the... Yeah, it's all ongoing. There we go.
Yeah, I thought it was. Yeah. That's fine. So basically, when I started reading this, before I met you, actually.
Oh yeah.
No. It was probably around the time I met you, because I think that was the same time I had Crunchyroll before you.
Oh.
So
What are you trying to say there?
I had the manga thing.
Okay. Manga thing's recent. I have had Crunchyroll for a while now. I say a while,
No,
but literally, probably everyone in the world's
Yeah.
probably had it longer than me.
Probably. But either
When was
way,
my
I've
account
been
made?
reading it off of that. And
My
I'm
account was made
and when I found
February
out they were bringing
15th,
out the anime
2012.
version,
3 years.
is that when you
That's when
you signed up to?
That's how long I've been a member. I'm not sure if that means like paid member or...
No, I think it just means.
Either way, I'm pretty sure I've been a paid member since I got it anyway, so...
Well, yeah. I mean, I have as well. Like, literally, when I found it, I was like, yep. Member since February last year. Holy shit!
What February, what date?
The 13th.
Damn it, 2 days off.
Why 2 days off?
February 15th.
What was that?
So I started.
Oh, is it?
I was like, damn it! Could have started exactly 2 years ahead of you.
Fucking hell.
Go sign
Yeah, do you know what? I didn't even realise it had been that long. It's been over a year since,
I think one of the first shows I watched on Crunchyroll was Hitman Reborn.
Hitman Reborn. I think the first show I watched on Crunchyroll was actually.
Oh, first show I marathoned on Crunchyroll, I guess is better to say.
Yeah, because I did marathon a lot of shows because
I remember that I
Infinite
watched
Stratos, I
Panty
think,
and
was one
Stocking
of
on there before I made an account because I remember there were ads on it.
Yeah, because I was watching it with the ads for a bit, and then I got fed up, and I was like, do you know what? They've actually got enough content on here to keep me happy. So, and the fact that they keep updating it with the new the new ones as well is like really, really good. So it's worth the money in my opinion. I know a lot of people probably wouldn't agree with me because it's like, oh, but you can just download the copies off the internet. No, I'd like supporting my company. Thank you.
Yeah, it's like I've not used it much at all, but I still pay for it. Because I like SWAT and I like the fact that it's like, oh, but you download, you're not really supporting them. Like, I'm paying. I don't care.
Yeah.
As far as I'm
money
concerned,
into
if
the
I'm
industry.
paying, I should have, like... As long as I keep paying, at least, I feel like I should have the right to just download. Like, if I paid Funimation, I should have the right to download. But at the same time, I'm not going to pay Funimation because they won't even let me access their service if I pay.
Yeah, because they're fucking assholes.
I know, if they did...
But anyway, let's get on to let's get back onto this Yamada-kun. So basically, the premise of this show was there's a high school guy who's a badass. There's a really smart chick who's really cute, and they end up having a unexpected meeting on the stairs. They fall down the stairs and they end up kissing by accident. You don't find out until the end of the first episode, though. But if you've read the manga, you know exactly where I'm coming from. And from that point, loads of shenanigans happen because they find out that Shirashi has a witch power, which is the power to body switch through kissing. And Yamada-kun, he has the power to copy another person's power. So once that power's infected him, he then has that power until it's cancelled out by another one. So, for the first little bit, he ends up just being a body switcher like Shirashi, and it just goes really silly. And it's...
I'm kind of sad now.
Why?
Because part of me was, like, tuning out for that, and then I came back, like, mentally just came back for a sec, and you were like, oh yeah, you also get to the powers. I'm like, I didn't know that. I'm sad, because I know that.
It's alright, I haven't revealed.
Shit.
Like, that
Spoil
is
it for me, now that's a problem!
The good thing about it is I haven't mentioned anything else. And to be fair, like, that particular thing is so early on in the first episode that it's not as relevant as anything else that I could have mentioned. I mean, if it was something that would have been brought up, like, maybe in the middle of the season, I could understand. But
Yeah,
that was probably the least spoilerish comment I could have made.
probably.
I could have just gone, it's a great show, and I can't say anything else because it will ruin your lives, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I mean, I like
and
to
I'm not
keep
being
it
funny,
to what's
but
already come up.
you gave the spoiler alert at the beginning of the show.
I know,
so
but it's like,
you.
typically the sort of rule between us is like, try not to spoil things for each other. But
You should have mentioned it, to be honest, before I started talking about it.
okay, I guess, but hey.
Yeah, if next time. If
I mean,
there
I
is a
could
show that
spoil
I'm
everything for the
watching-
next one on my list, if I wanted to, because I actually have a
probably
story
could.
behind it because of the fact of things. I could spoil all for myself if I wanted, but I don't want to because, like,
No, because it's like you rip you.
Okay.
So basically, this Yamada-kun show, it's Yamada-kun and the Seven Witches. You need to go and watch it, and I would really highlight the fact that the manga is available and still ongoing, thanks to Jordan. So I would suggest maybe reading that first because the artwork is literally spot on in the show as well, and even they haven't skipped over anything.
Wow.
Like from transitioning to the anime, of course. Like they are pretty much being really good with it. I just can't wait. To know that there's going to be a few seasons is even better.
Yeah.
So Jordan, go next.
Oh, okay. Next one is I clicked the bloody shit. No, I don't want it in order of titles. There we go. I already knew the title, but I didn't. Yeah. Next up is Kakai Sensen, which a lot easier to say than its English title. Which, if I'd have known before, I would have been a lot more excited when we were reading through it. Which is actually Blood Blockade Battlefront. I've owned the manga for this for over a year, maybe even 2. It's been a while because, like, you know, when you go into Waterstones, they have like a 3 for 2 going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it then. Pretty sure I did. I was like, dude, this looks really cool. It's also because the cover image, the dude that's on the covers of the manga, isn't, like, on the sort of cover image, it's the dude with, like, the eyes. I was like, that looks weird. Kind of coolish, I guess. Not gonna lie, it's actually a really fucking fun show. Like,
Right.
part of me just, like, also, it's probably... The first episode kind of threw me off a bit because they really drew out scenes, like, way too long. It's like they'd be talking, but it would be a panned out scene from a distance and it'd be like that for, like, 20 seconds. And it's like, you're not changing the scene, it's just long drawn out and literally just them standing there. That seems kind of... That's the only... Episode 1 was the only real instance of that, but it redeemed itself in the way it used, like, the opening at the end of episode 1, but, like, not showing the opening, just using the music from it. And the way it was used just, like, was really good. That and the opening in general and the ending in general, just both really fun. But it's hard to explain shows because I'm me. But it is super enjoyable, though. But I'll try. Basically, there are people...
On a scale of 1 to 10.
9 so far.
Wow.
Keep in mind, my scores are enjoyment. I'm not... Like, it is animated well. Like, some scenes... Minus the fact that there are other scenes I was like, obviously that's not animated well. That's pretty much just them panned out. And it's really kind of cheap. Some scenes are actually pretty well animated. I never talk for voices. The story-wise, just enjoyable. That's pretty much the reason why I can give it a 9, because it's just, like I said, a really enjoyable show. And, like, to my surprise...
Really enjoyable.
To my surprise, a lot of people agree with me. That is something that I very rarely see. People agreeing with me is, like, 1 in a million, almost. I'm sure you understand that to some extent, too.
I do, because I agree with you.
I know.
It's amazing.
But yeah, the fact that people are enjoying it too. It's basically there's a guy. It's essentially it's set in New York, but after a certain event happened, and now there are monsters and stuff in New York, pretty much coexisting with people.
Right.
There's like a giant mushroom cloud permanently over New York, which is kind of weird and cool. But there are people with more or less powers. I can't really explain that too much because I don't know about it much myself. Guess I wasn't paying too much attention in that part. But basically, two of the main like fighters in the group are like blood techniques. So it's like they use their blood, which is edgy as shit, but still fucking rad because fuck it. It's like the edge for a day. And it's like one of them just super fast, and the way that he like his shit's animated is actually really. I don't even know if I should say satisfying, but it's just like really done in a way that's just awesome. Like if you animate people moving really fast well enough in a certain way, just like the way that they animate motion in general, really, I think is like enjoyable, like really enjoyable. Because like I feel bad because with the way I rate things, I can't really say it's really good. Because I just rate things on enjoyment. So if I say it's good, people are probably going to be like, you're wrong. Because saying it's good is an objective thing. Saying it's enjoyable. Yeah, fuck you. If you don't agree with me saying it's enjoyable, that's your fault.
Saying something's good is like saying, I'd watch it again if nothing else was on television. Or I don't, it's kind of like I don't regret watching it, but I would have preferred something better.
I mean, it's not even like that. The main reason why I'd rather say like enjoyable over good is like because to me they're sort of the same, except good is more objective. Whereas if I say enjoyable, it's like, yo, I enjoyed it. If you don't, that's you. I did. It's me. And to me, it's like I'm not lying that way because if I say it's good and I think it's good, then I think it's good, but. Objectively, it could be the worst shit ever, and everyone's like, well, the way they did the in-between frames was actually really bad and a really lazy way of animation. I'm like, fuck you. I don't care. It looked good to me. And I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So, fuck you, basically. Other than that, it's like the main character, since it's given away in episode 1, it basically has the all-seeing eyes of God. So, that's a thing.
Yeah, I've just read the...
It's
wiki on it.
It's so
sounds quite good.
Part of me feels really bad that I didn't read it, but part of me is also like, you know what? I'm glad I didn't because now I like don't have a fucking idea what's gonna happen, and that's good because that's one thing. Part of the reason I don't like reading mangas too much because it's like I want to sort of like do it this way. If I did read it and I watched the show, I'd be like, yo, this is enjoyable, but I know what's going to happen. I'm glad it's getting animated. More people are going to get to see it and stuff. But at the same time, it's like not that surprising to me, I guess.
Yeah.
I would recommend you watching it, though. It is really fucking... I don't think it's on Crunchyroll, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay. Because I know a few of these aren't. But I would definitely recommend checking it out.
Those are our show picks of the week. Then
are they?
They are.
Sure. They can double as that. Go watch it. Because I know most of the other ones on here you're probably watching anyway. And Nikai Sensen is one of the ones. It's a lot easier to say it that way. Because one thing that I want to just randomly point out is syllables. Like Blood Blockade Battlefront. That's 6 syllables. Kekai Sensen is 4, but it's a lot easier to say, and you can say it a lot more fluently, which is like the thing I kind of like about Japanese is the fact that there are a fuck ton more syllables in general.
Yeah.
But you can say them so much more fluently. Like it's typically a lot easier. Like Yamada-kun, fuck, I don't want to.
Nomaji something or other.
Nomaji is like after the 7 nin.
Yeah.
The 7 nin. I added an extra one. But yeah, it's just so much more like fluent and easy to say, unless you're saying it in English, I guess. English meaning with like the accent. Like Kekai Sensen or Kekai Sensen. Kekai Sensen. Oh, sugoi desu ne.
I'd love to know what, like, because you've got Kekai, and then you got Sensen. So which one of those words means blood blockade battle? You've got 3 different words here, but then you've got 2 words there. I don't think the Japanese... I'd love to know what the actual Japanese means for like the individual words, because one of them might be blood blockade.
Okay, wait. One thing I need to know, because I just looked at the image and remembered. One character in it I love for one reason. When she was introduced, the main character like opened his eyes like, "Who are you?" And then she was like, "I'm white!"
Wow.
I was like, yes! It's just like...
Right, here you go, look.
I'm white.
This just to clarify this up, the English people called it Blood Blockade Battlefront. The Japanese meaning of Kakai Sensen is actually Bloodline Battlefront, which sounds a lot better.
Yeah, it kind of does, actually.
And makes a lot more sense. So Kakai means Bloodline and Sensen means Battlefront. Or the other way around, it depends.
Battlefront or Blood Rain?
Oh, here you go. This is why. It's because it's published by Dark Horse Comics.
It is. That is one thing that
well.
really weirded me out. Because Dark Horse do a lot of graphic novels.
Yeah, Dark Horse mainly focus on as well, like, fucking Marvel comics.
I know, that's what I mean, because I know of Dark Horse for that reason. Like, this is weird. I think it's the only manga that I have from Dark Horse. I think there's another one.
I don't think they do a lot in manga.
No, that's Seven Seas.
I mean, I'm kind of... the reason Crunchyroll doesn't have this as well is because it's Funimation, so... There's your reason. Funimation
Which
do not want anybody
actually
to have
makes
rights
me
to
kind
shit.
of happy, because that means the odds of it getting a simuldub is high, meaning I can probably like watch it again soon after, just cause...
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I guess
that's
having...
that's an advantage to Funimation owning things, because it means they'll probably get a release sooner.
They'll dub it just because
That, or they'll just get a
they'll
release
get
sooner.
more money.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we are taking time. Well...
Yeah, so that's why I said we'll wrap that up as our kind of like our weekly shows. I won't give a quick rundown of the shows that I'm watching because we told you the last podcast the shows that we would be watching. I will give you another 4 shows that you should be watching though. One of them based off of the first couple of episodes of this series. One that Jordan will fully agree with me on, I think, is Gunslinger Stratos.
The fact that you said based off of the first few episodes, it should, is based off of the last episode more so than the first 2. The first 2 to me were like, not much is really happening. It doesn't seem like it's going to be that great, but I know it probably will because the arcade machine's fucking rad as shit.
Yeah.
Whereas the last episode like helped a lot, and I'm going to watch it, and you should probably watch it if you like things that are probably going to be rad as shit.
I am watching it.
No, I was talking. I was addressing the viewer.
Oh, okay. That's fine. You don't normally do that. You normally ignore them.
Wow.
But yeah, it is good. It's a lot of action in it after the first couple of episodes. But the first 2 kind of help set things up, I feel. So you're not like, what the fuck? You are kind of like, what the fuck? But that's the normal kind of what the fuck. The other one is the second season of the Fruit of Grisaia, which I believe the English term for the next one was the Labyrinth.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
And if you've seen the first season, then definitely go watch that.
I need to get on to
Plastic Memories as well. Plastic Memories is going to be number 3. I really well, it's Plastic Memories is tied between that and Food Wars Shokugeki no Soma, because they're both amazing. And spot 5 is also taken up by 2 shows, which is It Wrong to Try and Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon, which is where the Hestia thing came from. So if you haven't watched that or even know about it, then you are unworthy.
Because the thing is,
the second season of My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu.
Yeah, that show is like the show that was like I watched when it aired like 2 years ago, and I didn't think I wanted another season until I started watching it. At which point I was like, yeah, I kind of did. I like this show.
Yeah. It is really nice.
Yeah, with the dungeon one, I was like, I don't know what this show is, Danmachi, as people have been calling it, because it's a lot shorter. It's like, I don't fucking know what this shit is. And then I was like, I saw the English...
first episode
because I saw the English title, and I was like, I've seen the manga for this around. I want to watch this now, because that is literally the best English title ever.
Like, I kind of watched the first episode thinking, I wonder where this is going to go.
The thing that pissed me off is episode 2, where she didn't give him the fucking knife.
Yeah, but there's a have you seen episode 3?
Yeah, and it's just like at the end of episode 2, it's just like you haven't even mentioned the fucking knife, and you're being chased. Mm-hmm. His knife is broken.
Yeah, so I can get that, but like I know why. It's because in episode 3 she actually has to do something.
I know,
to
but
him.
it's just
So
like,
that kind of makes sense. They didn't have that opportunity, so they kind of covered their asses a little bit with that, I guess. Punchline kind of set me off as well because it was like he sees a girl's panties and destroys the world.
10 out of 10 best show.
I love dumb shit. It's a 10 out of 10 best show.
Is it Gynax that does it?
No. Remember we were like, this is some Gynax shit, but it's not. It's Mappa.
It should be fucking Gynax because it looks exactly like Gynax.
Yeah,
Mappa. It feels
I
like
know.
Gynax.
That's what we said when we looked at the fucking PV4. I was like, this is
You
seriously
were
some
like,
Gynax shit.
But
it's not Gynax. Like, what the fuck?
Tell me it isn't Gynax. And I'm like, this is Gynax. You're like, it's not. And I'm like, don't care.
I know, right? Some Gynax 10 out of 10.
The main guy from Gynax obviously changed companies.
Tuts.
It's a fact.
Trigger's former Gynax, so...
Lol, and there's the punchline.
Wait, let me tell you the thing about it that is interesting. Do you know why it's called Punchline?
Why?
Because, if I'm not mistaken, it's not like literally panties, but it's something to do with panties. Is punctulay? Puncturai?
Yeah.
And then punchline is punctulane.
I see. Japanese pun.
I know, right? Hang on, let me just clarify.
That's so terrible, but it works.
Punctulai, panty shot in Japanese. Punchline in Japanese.
Oh, so yeah.
Boom.
Okay, so it's a play on words. I like that.
I know. I was
It's
like,
so
oh my
basically
god,
it's
mind
panty
blown. So good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'll go with that.
Yeah.
And that food wars Shokugeki no Soma is fucking amazingly funny.
Because
but
those two
like
shows,
even like his cooking skills are like genuinely good. You know, it's really. I don't know what it is. It's just funny.
Mm-hmm.
He's so confident and he just makes shit out of like the most random ingredients and it's like godly. And then he has like all these little baby angels of him chasing after that chick, and she fucking hates him.
But bro,
yeah,
fucking honey soaked squid.
Oh yeah, he always comes up with the stupidest fucking.
It's always squid.
Do you remember the first episode though, where the girl tries the squid in the thing, and then she wakes up and she's like, "I want some."
Honey pickled squid. Rip. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not rip in peace. It's ripping honey pickled squid.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, to get some other shows that I'm watching out of the way, I guess, because I do want to talk about them a little. DxD Born. Fun fact, censored, so all those of you who are pricks who give a shit can watch it now. There are uncensored ones going out, though. Ben said that 1 and 2, at the time of 3 being out, have been released uncensored as well. So that's good, because fuck you, Snafu 2, we've already talked about that. Seraph. Are you watching Seraph of the End, my friend?
Seraph of the End?
Yes.
Don't think so.
Okay. Because it's the one that's been picked up by Anime Limited and is on their streaming service over here. So odds are you're going to have to watch it that way or just download it like people do. It's one of those shows that seems like it would be like the big show of the season, like Attack on Titan and Sword Art Online.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't think it is, but it gives me that vibe. But I'm actually really enjoying it, which is weird because it's like to do with vampires and stuff as well. And I'm typically like really not for vampires, but I actually really like it so far. Which is like me hating myself because at the same time it's like probably the hype show of the season, I guess. Besides Fate, which I'm not going to watch because Fate, but that's a show I would recommend watching just because. Soma, Punchline, Gunslinger, Damashi. Triajex had the manga for like forever as well. It's from the same guys who wrote High School of the Dead. So that's the thing. It's only 10 episodes, which is actually kind of disappointing because I really like it so far. It's the guys who write it though, like they just make like the shows that you can show to just random people, like just guys. Like High School of the Dead, got my friends over, we watched High School of the Dead, they were like, yes. This show, I could probably do the same. And I was like, you know what? I like this. I'm not super sour about the fact that you haven't finished High School of the Dead. I'm not super salty about the fact that you've put it on hiatus, you fucking pricks.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of salty though.
Salty.
Well, the salt.
You salty dog.
That and Kinora Mosaic obviously I haven't started it yet. Nisekoi season 2 I haven't started yet either. Those are like the two. Those are the two other shows of like the 12 that I'm gonna watch. That I just haven't started yet. I haven't downloaded now though, so I'll get on that at some point.
Yeah, I would.
Yep.
Otherwise, you'll be hated.
Wow, so mean.
So true, bros. Okay. Do you know what really fucking annoyed me as well? Right, when we decided we weren't going to go over to the Japan Expo because cost and timing and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking Oyoi's going there.
Who?
I can't remember how they pronounce it. I think it's Aoi, Aoi, AOI. The guys, the ones who did the openings for fucking SAO. You know Ignite from GGO arc.
Nope. Remember, I haven't seen season 2 much, so.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, like basically, yeah, they're Air Aoi, I think it is Air Aoi or something. But yeah, she's performing at the fucking thing. I was like, you are kidding me. She done the sort of online second opening and stuff like that, and she done the one for the GGO arc with Shinnon, and yeah, I was like, wow. I was like, that would be like literally the only reason I'd go get some shit signed by her, because like sort of online openings.
Wow.
Yeah, I was a little sad, but you know,
Rip.
Cannot be helped, unfortunately.
Rip you.
So
I guess.
I gotta admit though, I've been keeping an eye on the Olcon listings, and so far, not that much impressive stuff on there.
Nah.
And which is surprising considering what they had at LAGC, which is the smaller event. I mean, fuck, you had like 2 decent voice actors.
I know, it's like the voice actor they picked this year was, at least, unless I'm seeing it wrong, is just no. Because they picked it really early on, and it's like they already had it at LAGC, I think. They had it somewhere.
Right.
And I was like, I don't really, why are you here? Like, what have you really done?
Hang on. Lester's Anime Gaming column, here we go. What have we got? Guest-wise, Maggie Blue O'Hara. She is Bulma from Dragon Ball Z. She done Madison and Card Captors. But they haven't really listed anything else of like. No, they've literally done Bulma for Dragon Ball Z, Kitty Pryde and Shadow Cat from X-Men Evolution, and then Madison from Card Captors, and then after that it's and numerous other characters over the 25 years of her career.
Yep.
So I'm a little bit like, eh. And like Little Karibo, yeah, I know he does like the abridged series and stuff, but he's
a fun guy to be around.
That's to me is not really.
No, but he's super fun to be around.
Yeah, but and then you've got whoever this guy is, Brent will floss.
Dude, I have a fucking bone to pick with Brent Floss though.
Why?
Every year I've gone up to him and I've taken a picture with him. I've tried to give him bunny ears.
Really?
The first year I totally fucked up. Second year I got him, but he got me. So this year I've got to go up to him again. He was like trying to give a bald guy bunny ears. Think I don't know. I was like, shit. So this year,
wow,
fucking coming for you. You'll see.
So, like,
you'll see me coming from a mile away. Never forget. You're not listening, but if you are, watch your back.
Oh! This is kind of good. They say they have on here. It says we shall be announcing at least another 3 headline guests.
Good.
And over 30 other guests as we approach the event. So I'm kind of hoping they get somebody. I don't want to say somebody decent, but somebody decent. You know, someone who has a larger.
I mean, just looking at her profile on Behind the Voice Actors, it is pretty much like Rama 50%, whatever. Dragon Ball Z. Gundam Wing doesn't look like a main character. Card Captors, that is a main character, but at the same time, sort of side-ish. Inuyasha, bunch of older shows, really. A bunch of older shows that I've never seen.
Yeah.
And
like
My Little Pony
Evolution.
Tales! Yay! Actually, just in general, it doesn't look like she's done much voice acting in literally the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Huh.
I think they lucked out on her.
I wouldn't say lucked out. I mean, I don't really get why they would. There's not really...
I suppose it's because she is the only person who may have done the Bulma voice acting. So
no, I don't think so, because usually they do list them as like different series come out, and I know a lot of Dragon Ball Z cast has been like redone. Basically.
Yeah, but like she's got nothing that I'd want to go and talk to her about because I haven't watched any of those shows apart from Card Captors.
No,
that was like long time ago.
Hey man,
but like you know, somebody from I'd like not say a fundamental show, but somebody who's okay, to put it a lot simpler, something on par with the two we had at LAGC.
Yeah,
Christine and Christina, somebody on par with those two. So who's had like quite a wide range of either supporting or main or secondary characters.
Why not Johnny Young Bosch? Why not Dan? I don't know many. Carly Bear's already been, but fucking love Carly
I'm
Bear.
surprised that there's still 454 slots left for Olcon this year.
I'm not really surprised, but like at the same time that's good.
Yeah, I mean it still says 625 are pending, so pending means not paid. So out of the 1,500 slots they have, only 300 people have paid. I think a lot of people are holding off to wait and see who's going before they decide to go.
Oh no, I don't really think that. I mean, it's just like most people get a registration in, so as it's like there and like reserved.
I mean, I've got until the end of May to pay up, which is like 240 quid. So it was like, fuck my life. What days was it again? 3rd to the 6th. What days did I actually book off? I can't even fucking remember. September
Sunday,
3rd.
May 31st. Okay.
I think I booked off from Wednesday until Tuesday, which was the 8th.
Yeah, because you were coming down the day before.
I'm coming up to yours.
Coming up, okay.
Yeah.
I always say down just by default.
Yeah, because I'm going to come up to you in... Where do you live near Leicester anyway, don't you?
I'm 2 hours off. I mean, 2 hours like my mum driving. Dash also picking up James.
Yeah.
So probably a bit close, like probably taking an hour and a half, maybe. Close to an hour and a half, I guess. That and it means can like hang out and not have to drive for 5 hours.
This is true. And like we can get up in the morning and go down. We can find our parking space. You know, we can sort shit out. I mean, basically what I'll do is when I get to yours, I'll fill the car up, and then any fuel I use between then going from yours to there and there to back to yours again, I'll just be like, right, we'll split. I'll fill it back up at yours again, basically, and just be like, right, we'll split whatever that cost was. Yeah. Rather than just be like, because I'm picking up Damien as well, aren't I?
Damien's probably coming over as well, so.
Because yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it'll be like a 3-way split, basically. Yeah. But I mean, there's a car park around the corner, so it'll be fine. But yeah. Yeah. I can't believe we've got decent rooms as well. I'm actually really glad I made a point of being like, no, do you know what? Fuck it, let's just get a decent room.
Yeah, rather than get a hotel that's 2 miles away.
Yeah, because like you had a choice between a hotel 2 miles away that would have cost even more.
It depends if you're splitting it or not. If you're like sharing a room, it's like less.
Yeah, sharing a room's not too bad.
And you get a decent bathroom.
Yeah. But we've got like the best suites, so that's and we don't have to walk far. That's
literally
that's
a 10-minute walk tops usually.
Yeah,
and you can go and get food from the takeaway place that's nearby. But yeah, should wrap it up rather than rambling, I guess. Since 15,
we've actually covered quite a bit.
Yeah.
So I think we're doing pretty good.
Done.
So This pretty much ties up episode 15. Thank you very much, guys, for listening, and tune in to possibly next weekend. I'm going to say that just because we've missed this last weekend.
Hopefully,
but no, we should be fine. I don't think I've got much on to kind of do. So should be cool.
Me either.
So happy days.
Yep.
Right,
Three
well, take it easy all, and we will see you next weekend for another wonderful episode of Senpai PP.
Specifically with the PP.
This is me, Dave.
This is me, Jordan. Don't forget to go and watch anime and shit. Losers.
Yeah, go and watch loads of stuff, buy stuff, and as always, go and buy and support Anime Online so they keep giving us decent DVDs to purchase instead of 1970s pieces of shit that nobody knows.
That one time, yeah.
Yep. So anyway, bye from me, Dave.
Bye, losers. Jordan. That's my name.
That guy, Jordan.
Is it? Okay.